Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is my breakdown for the new Marvel Studios Echo trailer. So Echo is a show that a lot of people really didn't have on their radars, including me. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I really much was indifferent to it. I didn't care about it. I was just, I knew it was coming, but I really didn't care about it at all. I heard all the stuff about the characters that were appearing. I knew Kingpin was going to be in it. But after Echo's introduction to Hawkeye, I just wasn't really interested because I thought she wasn't done very well. Also, I hated the way Kingpin was portrayed in Hawkeye. I thought he was too cartoonish and he was too goofy and it was just silly and it was stupid compared to how he was portrayed in the Netflix series, which, by the way, I've only seen season 1 of Daredevil, which I watched years ago, but I really do need to watch that before this comes out. But yeah, so a lot of stuff in this trailer. I got to tell you, when the trailer came out, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Oh, not like that, but like, okay, here we go. Let's see. And I got to tell you, like everybody else on Twitter, I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought this was great. This trailer was really, really good, and this is Marvel's first TVMA series, which is basically the TV version of an R rating. Or in America, I'm referring to that sort of stuff. In Australia, it would be like MA 15 plus or like M, right? But yeah, this is Marvel's first TVMA show, which is very much in the same vein as the Netflix shows, which are obviously known for being more violent and gritty than the MCU and the movies and stuff. So yeah, but this trailer was really, really good. That opening with Kingpin and the ice cream guy who was mocking Maya, and then he just, I loved it. It was shot so well. The sound design was great, where he comes out and he throws him against the trash can and he beats him, and we have there's like a returning theme of echoes throughout this trailer. It was really, really good. Like how, whenever someone spoke or said something significant, there'd be like an echoing throughout the trailer. It was great. The sound design in this trailer was amazing. But yeah, one thing I will say is this trailer does heavily focus on Kingpin, which I understand. I mean, although it's not his show, I understand why they're doing that. But they want to draw people in, like the Marvel Netflix fans who really love the Netflix shows. They want to draw them in rather than focusing on this character who was obviously not very well received in the Hawkeye show. So I understand focusing on Kingpin, but I suppose they can do that because she has already been introduced. Different if she was never, this is her first introduction and they're focusing the trailer on someone else, then that would be a problem. But we do know this character. But yeah, this looks like a very interesting show. We're seeing a lot of like Native American elements, which obviously Echo is that sort of character from the comics. That she has that background, and so we're going to see a lot of that in this series. Which I got to tell you, I like how Marvel have been sort of exploring different cultures throughout these series. Like Miss Marvel focuses on like Muslim culture, and Moon Knight has like there's an aspect about Mark's religion and stuff like that. So I'm really liking how Marvel are exploring this. But yeah, again, just going back to the grittiness of this trailer, I mean, we see some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, first of all, that beat down with the garbage bin in the alleyway, and then seeing blood all over Fisk's hands, and then also there's a shot in the trailer where some guy just gets like shot in the neck up through the brain, and it's quick, like you miss it if you're not looking for it. But wow, and it's shown like fully on screen, the bullet getting shot through the neck out the back of the head. I mean, that is crazy for a Marvel show. This will be a binge, by the way. It's dropping all 5 episodes at once, not 6. There'll be 5 episodes at once on January 10th on Disney Plus and Hulu. So that obviously shows that this is a more mature show. But a lot of people are suggesting that that's because they don't have a lot of faith in the series and that they just want to get it over with and rip the band-aid off. That's why they're dropping all the episodes at once rather than stretching it out for 5 weeks and having like continued criticism. So if there's if the show's really bad, then they can just get it over with after a week. But I don't think that's true. After watching this trailer, obviously the show can still be bad. Like you can make great trailers for bad movies and shows, but and vice versa. But I don't think that's the case for this one. I think they want to experiment with different types of release forms. Obviously, the week to week has worked for them in the past with most of their shows, and some more than others. But I think they want to experiment with different release strategies, and I think Marvel are thinking that this is the best show to sort of experiment that with, because it's like a fairly unknown character. It's there's not a lot relying on this show, I guess, for the overarching story of the MCU. So yeah, I think they want to experiment with this show specifically. Well, that's just my thoughts, but well, that's what I think. But also, with this show, Marvel are sort of introducing a different avenue of their releases called Marvel Spotlight, which I really like this idea. It is a thing where, like, they're going to play it instead of the Marvel intro, they're going to play this Marvel Spotlight intro, which is, I think it's going to be played in front of shows and maybe movies that are, like, self-contained stories that are just character-driven and don't have anything to do with the larger story of the MCU. You know, like, for individual characters, like they're doing it with Echo, and I've seen some rumors on Twitter that they could be doing this with Nova and maybe Ghost Rider, right? With these individual character stories that are in the MCU, but are not like that you don't have to watch anything before to understand it, right? It's there's no prerequisites. It's just a basically brand new story that takes place within the MCU, which I think is a great idea. I really, really do, because I think the problem with Marvel recently, which a lot of people have been talking about, is that you need to watch like 30 movies and like 10 shows to understand what's going on in the current MCU, which is just ridiculous to ask an audience to do. And so that is probably one of the reasons that it's dropping off. And so I think that, having this Marvel Spotlight is really going to change that and really going to, differentiate these stories with the ones that, connect to the overarching MCU story. So I think it's a really great idea. But, yeah, look, this trailer was great. Fisk looks so cool and intimidating. He really, really does. I think this is going to be good. I really, really do. We know Daredevil's going to be in the show. That's not a spoiler. He was in the trailer for a glimpse. We see a little glimpse of him in his red suit, which, by the way, looks really, really cool. I don't know if that confirms that the first season or the Netflix show is canon. I don't know if that confirms that because he's wearing the red suit rather than the yellow suit, which he wore in She-Hulk. I don't know if they're going to explain what happened there, because at the end of She-Hulk, Matt was dating Jennifer Walters, and so I don't know if they're going to mention that or explain that. I don't know if they do. I don't really care, to be honest with you, just as long as the story's good and he fits well. But I got to tell you how happy I am that they're releasing all 5 episodes at once, because if it's bad, I'll just be able to rip the band-aid off and get it over with, rather than waiting week to week. Maybe this episode will be good, or maybe this one will be good, like we have been doing with a lot of the previous Marvel shows, Secret Invasion. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. I think it's really great for the MCU to be taking on a more gritty tone. Also, I got to tell you, Alaqua Cox as Maya Echo, she's really good. She was good in Hawkeye. I just thought the story wasn't very good. And I think it's going to be interesting to have a deaf character as the lead of a show. It's great for representation and stuff like that. And I think it will be a really interesting, I think it'll be interesting to see, right? It'll also be interesting to see how Daredevil and her react, because obviously Daredevil's blind and Maya's deaf. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Echo trailer. I thought it was great. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.